She walked through the door like she'd rehearsed the moment in a mirror, a soft smile, a hesitant breath, fingers trembling as she brushed her hair behind her ear. Most men would have melted at the sight of their wife returning from a week-long trip, suitcase still dusted with airport grime, perfume slightly different from the one they remembered. But I wasn't most men. I saw it immediately, the shift in her eyes. The way she looked at me without really looking at me, like she was studying a stranger. She tried to hug me. I let her. Her arms were warm, mine stayed cold. And then, that smell. Not the lotion she used, not the floral mist she kept in her purse. Something else. Something faint, masculine, clinging to her like a shadow. She pulled away too quickly, as if afraid I'd notice. I did. Later that night, when she showered longer than she ever had, I sat in the dark of our bedroom, her phone resting on my palm like a confession waiting to happen. It buzzed once. A single notification. A name I didn't recognize. A short message that froze the room around me. Did you tell him? That was the moment my world split. Cleanly, quietly. She stepped out of the bathroom wrapped in a towel, humming softly. And I knew. Something had come back with her. Something she wasn't ready to explain. I didn't ask. Not then. I simply placed her phone face down on the table and watched her smile fade. The next morning, she acted normal, overly normal, cheerful in a way that scraped against my nerves, asking about work, making breakfast she knew I wouldn't touch, talking with that higher pitch in her voice she used when she was hiding something. But silence is a scalpel. I let it cut. She flinched every time I looked at her. She kept her phone close, screen always turned away. She stepped outside to take calls. Her suitcase stayed zipped for 2 days, as if opening it might reveal something she didn't want seen. I watched her carefully, like a man studying cracks spidering across glass. There were little things, the bruise on the back of her shoulder she didn't have before, the sudden interest in herbal teas she'd never drink. The way she typed messages only with both thumbs, fast, nervous. She thought I didn't notice, but I noticed everything. Late one night I caught her staring at herself in the mirror, touching her lips, almost as if remembering someone else's mouth. She didn't see me, or maybe she did and didn't care. That was when the suspicion solidified into something colder, something sharp. I had learned long ago that betrayal doesn't announce itself. It seeps in, quiet, patient, precise. And she had returned with a secret thick enough to suffocate a marriage. Still, I asked nothing. The truth always digs its own grave. All I had to do was watch where the dirt piled. I moved through the days with a calmness that wasn't real, a mask that fit too well. She believed it. She smiled again. She touched me again. She tried to sit close, as if proximity could wash away whatever she had carried home in her suitcase, on her skin, behind her silence. Meanwhile, I investigated quietly. A call log screenshot, a forwarded email, a contact number saved under a fake name, a hotel receipt folded into her jacket pocket. Small pieces, but small pieces build disasters. I traced the number from the message, searched the name, found the truth hidden behind a VPN and a second account. She was careful, but not careful enough. The more I uncovered, the slower my heartbeat became. It wasn't shock anymore, it was understanding. A single truth repeated in different shapes. She hadn't gone on that work trip alone. By the 4th day, I ordered something I never thought I'd need. A test, the kind that strips a person bare without drawing blood. I sent off the sample while she slept beside me, curled toward the edge of the bed like she was already halfway gone. My mind stayed still, unmoving, observing. There is a special kind of quiet reserved for men who already know the answer but wait for confirmation anyway. A quiet that feels like the air right before glass shatters. The results arrived on a Thursday morning, Digital, unceremonious, cruel in their simplicity. Not a match. 2 words. 2 bullets. They hit exactly where I expected. I walked into the living room holding the envelope. She sat on the couch, coffee in hand, scrolling through her phone like the world hadn't already fallen on top of us. "Can we talk?" I asked. The way her spine stiffened told me everything. She set the cup down, slowly, cautiously. I handed her the papers. She didn't speak. Her fingers shook as she unfolded them. Her lips parted as if she might defend herself, but no sound came out. Her eyes flickered. Fear, realization, collapse. I stayed calm, calmer than I should have been. The moment she read the final line, her breath caught like she'd swallowed glass. "I can explain," she whispered. I didn't respond. Silence is sometimes more honest than words. She crumbled first. "You knew?" she asked, voice cracking. I nodded once. Her eyes widened, tears gathering. "For how long?" "Long enough." She reached for my hand. I stepped back. The distance hurt her more than any shouting ever could. "You don't understand," she cried softly. "It wasn't supposed to happen. I didn't." "You did," I said. Just that. Her knees buckled as if the truth physically struck her. "I was lonely," she tried. "I made a mistake." "No," I replied. "You made choices." She sobbed then, quiet, desperate, pathetic, clutching the report like it was the only thing tethering her to this reality. I picked up her suitcase from the corner, the same suitcase she had come home with, the one that carried her secret.